Hello students, a very warm welcome to 2020 JEE Mains PYQ previous year questions on current and electricity, and we are probably going to get exhausted with 2020 JEE Mains PYQs, but don't worry, we have a lot of PYQs around current and electricity. Current and electricity, as you know, is one of the most important chapter for your JEE Mains. Right, because at least 3 questions is what you can expect in JEE Mains, and also typically it is one of that easiest chapter that you're going to get. So don't worry about it. We'll go through this chapter. It's going to be super easy, super awesome, and definitely one of the most interesting chapter in terms of also the questions that you would be getting in your exams. And definitely do, if you are a 2021 aspirant, do expect 2 to 3 questions, 3 questions maybe. Worst case, you can expect 2 questions, and generally you can expect 3 questions from current and electricity, and they are going to be super easy. Okay, so stay tuned and do not forget to share this video. Definitely do share this video on your social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram channels, etc. It's a free of cost, full quality and full quality, high quality, full length content for your JEE preparation. This is of course a technique session as well. And since it's free of course, someone will get access to this. Not only that, it's a dedicated session on PYQs. So do share it, because you know what, 2021 aspirants who are preparing right now will also get access to those techniques. As you know, we keep discussing techniques as well in this sessions. So do definitely share it, students. And yes, do not forget to definitely click on that like and subscribe button as well. And for students who don't know me, let me introduce myself to you. I am Muralidharan Krishnan. I completed my MS in electrical engineering from one of the top ranking American university. So don't worry, today you are going to get started. If you are going to start today, you are going to start with like an electrical engineer on current and electricity. So that is going to be one of the best parts. And I'm also an IIT who completed BTech from IIT Guwahati. I have 4+ years of experience preparing students for IIT JEE and other competitive exams. I have filed 25 patent applications in India and abroad, that too on the state-of-the-art technologies. And yes, I'm an electrical engineer, and I have a track record of winning several national level tech and science competitions in this field as well. And students, yes, that being said, if you are looking for a complete package for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, it's going to be an Unacademy subscription. And as you know, we have the best educators across the nation on this very interactive platform. So on an Unacademy subscription, you're going to attend all these classes on a very interactive platform with live polls and leaderboards, where your learning is going to become super interesting and fun. And not only that, Unacademy subscription has a lot of test series in it, and with this lot of test series, you will be able to get overall like a position, overall analysis, and you can understand your position, and you can improve upon it, and you can also improve upon the mistakes that you have been doing until now. And of course, Unacademy subscription programs are structured programs. You don't have to worry about the planning, and in fact, you're going to get access to live doubt clearing sessions with the best educators. In fact, every program, the 4th session is going to be a live doubt clearing session. And moreover, not only that, you will be also having quizzes and mega quizzes with these programs. So it's going to be the best in class program with the best in class educators on the best in class platform for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation. Not only that, Unacademy subscription does not restrict you on any batches or anything. So you can attend as many programs as you want, and there are no batch restrictions. There are no this specific program is what you have to attend. You can attend any program that you would like. And how do you avail an Unacademy subscription? All you need to do is first of all download an Unacademy learning app, or you can do it from web-based version. But first of all, log in and then click on the left-hand top corner extension bar, select plus, and then select IIT JEE as your goal, and then hit on this get subscription button. And yes, of course, this is going to be one subscription for both your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation. And guys, coming to another interesting part about an Unacademy subscription, it's quite reasonable. And if you are a 2021 aspirant who's preparing right now, you may want to go for a 6-month subscription. Okay, and the 6-month subscription is all it is going to cost you is near about 25,000. That's all you have to pay for a 6-month subscription. And students who do not have any plan for drop, you may want to go for a 6-month subscription. And students who are planning for drop, or students who are in 11th class, may want to go for a 12-month subscription. A 12-month subscription is also quite reasonable. All it is going to cost you is near about 30 less than 35,000, 34,650. It's less than 2,900, anywhere around 2,888. And students who are in 9th class and about to get into 10th class, or students who are going to get into 11th class, you may want to go for a 24-month subscription. And a 24-month subscription is going to cost you 50,400, near about 50,000 for 2 years. So that's the price for 2 years. So this is about plus subscription, and we have something beyond plus subscription known as iconic subscription. So what is this iconic subscription? Iconic subscription is not just all the features of plus, but along with that you can get all the personal coaching and mentoring from IITians and NITians. Yes, of course, this is the best thing about iconic subscription. You will be getting personal guidance, one-on-one mentoring session, and personal coaching from IITians and NITians on iconic subscription. And if you can afford it, it's going to be one of the best things. So think about it. You're going to learn strategies from IITians and NITians who have previously gone through this journey, who understand all the kind of hurdles that would come on your way. And depending upon your preparedness, you can get personal advice from IITians and NITians, also from the best educators during your preparation. So you can get the do's and don'ts during your exam and also during your preparation. And coming to the pricing part, all it is going to cost you is near about 34,200 for your 6-month subscription. If you're going to go for a year subscription, it's going to cost you annually anywhere around 58,500. And if you are going for a 2-year iconic subscription, that is students who are about to get into 11th class or who are in 10th class, this could be one of the best packages for you. All it would cost you is 45,000 per year. And yes, if you don't see this price point, that means you haven't applied Murali Live Code yet. So make sure you apply Murali Live Code so that you can get the best discount on your subscription purchases, maximum discount. And yes, this is one of the best things that you can do. And also you're getting all the kind of insights from me, why and what kind of program you should go for. So definitely do apply Murali Live Code once you are on Unacademy, on a plan to purchase an Academy subscription. Not only that, you can unlock many features for free of cost using Murali Live Code. You can apply it on Unacademy Combat. So make sure you're using Murali Live Code whenever and wherever necessary. And not only that, we have recently introduced a combo subscription for your CBSE board and IIT JEE preparation in one place. That is one of the best things that could happen, one of the most economical programs. So you can avail either plus or iconic like combo subscription or on Unacademy platform. And what do we give you and what is going to the pricing? I'll discuss these parts at the end, but let me tell you, it's going to be super economical. Combined together, it's going to be super economical, super effective program for your JEE preparation. Here as well, do apply Murali Live Code. If you're not getting any discount, do apply Murali Live Code so that you can get the best discount. And let me tell you, this is going to cost you less than 90 rupees for a 2-year program and less than 120 rupees for your 1-year program. So it's kind of all-in-one package for your JEE preparation in one place. And definitely 2021 aspirants, yes, as you know, your advanced news is also going to come up. So stay prepared, have a plan. This new year you should be having a plan. If not, I told you this new year you should be making a plan. If you haven't made one yet, just to make a plan, move around things smartly. That is why we have this session, this PYQ sessions, specifically for your preparation and for your exam, especially for your exam. How do you approach questions in your exam? So have a plan, have the confidence, and you will be able to do it. So have the confidence and have the plan, everything will come into the place, and it will happen. So if you believe in yourself, even if no one else believes in you, it can happen. But if you yourself don't believe in yourself, everything would become tough, even if the world believes in you. So believe in yourself, have the attitude, but move smartly, have a plan. That is going to be the most important thing. And of course, try to grasp the techniques, and do not forget to also call your friends on this session. Yes, try to grasp the techniques. Okay, few of the questions might not have techniques, because current and electricity is one of the easiest chapters. So but let's get into the first question, the most important concept, right? Potentiometer. If you have noticed, just in 2020 JEE Mains, this has been asked several times. And there we go. The question says the length of a potentiometer wire is 1200 centimeter and it carries a current of 60 milliampere. For a cell of EMF 5 volts and internal resistance 20 ohms, the null point on it is found to be 100 centimeters. The resistance of the whole wire is, students, do a thing, get started on this. and definitely do correct your mistake. Okay, there is no way to guess the answer, but let me tell you, you can, right away say what is the answer. It's not a big deal. Just having a look at the question, because it's a very simple question actually. But there is a twist in the question. Something has been given to confuse you, to enormously confuse you. Something has been given. This is a trend that you observe in JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. Definitely, this is a thing. It can be a super easy question. So what is, first of all, identify what is the thing that has been given to confuse. All right, let's do a thing. Whenever you get one such confusion, right, draw the diagram, draw the circuit diagram. Battery. Okay, two circuits exist, right, in potentiometer. One is your primary circuit, other is your secondary circuit. Right, there we go. You have your primary battery. Let's call this to be like VP as usual, and then there would be like a potentiometer wire. There you go. This is a primary circuit and you have a potentiometer wire. And what is the beauty of this wire? This wire is able to consistently maintain, okay, not consistently, but consistently make sure with all the kind of rheostats, etc., that thing, but it is able to maintain a constant potential gradient lambda. Right, this thing. Now, what is given to you in the question, guys? A very simple thing that has been given in the question. So it's said that this potentiometer has a total length of how much? 1200 centimeters, 1.2 meters. Okay, that's 1.2 meters, 1200 centimeters, same thing. Now you are connecting a battery with some internal resistance. This is going to be a secondary battery. And until where it is connected? Until 1 meter. The null point is found out to be 1000 centimeters, 1 meter. Okay, so this length is going to be how much? This is secondary cell. Now the question arises. What is the thing that is given to confuse you? And it's a concept actually, okay, it's a concept. See, this 20 ohms has no relevance in our calculation, right? We are just basically just calculating it for the EMF. The circuit is balanced. At 1 meter, the circuit is balanced. No current is going to flow through your, like the battery or the internal resistance. So what is being calculated at this 1 meter is basically the secondary cell EMF, not terminal voltage. A very important point. I believe you must have had a nice revision by now around potentiometer, this 2020 JEE Mains PYQ, and also many more things. One more important thing, students, you have to remember this. Electrical measuring instruments is one of the key chapters for your current electricity. One question is going to be from just electrical measuring instruments, be it can be from meter bridge, galvanometer, potentiometer, etc. Okay, but one question might be how do you convert galvanometer to voltmeter? How do you convert this or shunt this galvanometer to form an ammeter? There would be definitely a question. Even these 3 questions, right? One question is going to be from this topic, and definitely you can complete this topic from Unacademy learning app as well. There's a one-shot revision that is like 4.5 hours one-shot revision, and you can score at least 1 mark. This is available for free of cost. Just go and attend it if you haven't done it yet. And yes, now the thing is, it's a very, 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 very simple problem. So we know the balancing length is 1 meter. So 1 into lambda is how much? EMF, ES or VS. In this case, we are calling this to be VS. And how much is that? That is 5 volt. Right. Now the question is, what is the potential across this potentiometer wire? Right? Potentiometer wire, what is the potential or potential of the primary battery? Same thing. It's basically 1.2 into lambda. And we very well know one thing. What is that thing? That lambda's value is not actually like 5 volt, but it's 5 volt per meter. whatever it is, but just let's for now understand this as 5. You substitute that value, you will be getting the primary cell. What would be getting? EMF or terminal voltage. Actually, we are getting terminal voltage in this case. Okay, but nothing has been told about its internal resistance. So we will be saying this guy, or rather it's best we say that, you know, across this potentiometer, a potential drop of how much has been observed? 6 volts has been. Almost end of the story. Basically only like half a minute problem. That's the beauty of current and electricity. If you understand the concept, you can calculate it even within your mind. You don't have to even worry about putting your pen on the paper. It's going to be that easy, guys, really that easy. So yes, and what is given to you, what is being asked, what is the resistance of the potentiometer wire? So what is the resistance of this wire? That is what is being asked. And you know, a current of 60 milliampere is flowing through it. End of the story, guys. So you know, VP is equal to resistance. Let me call resistance of this potentiometer wire to be RP into I, and I value is 60 milliampere, and this is 6 volts, right? 6 volts, and this is how much? 60 milliampere, right? 60 milliampere, I can write it down as 6 into 10 to the power minus 16 to minus 10 to the power minus 3, or 6 into 10 to the power minus 2. So there we go. And basically how much resistance of the potentiometer wire is going to come out as from this calculation to be 100 ohms. Easy, guys, easy, no technique, but easy questions. There would be techniques in some questions, but in this question there was no technique. But there are many questions where we have, you know, technique shortcuts, but as such don't expect everywhere you will be having you know, a technique to crack the problem. There would not be. So it's always concept based. So if you understand one of the things, like, you know, internal resistance doesn't matter as long as you don't connect another resistance in parallel. If you had connected another resistance in parallel, you are just basically measuring terminal voltage, not EMF of the battery, right? So it's a very easy question. Right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, a very interesting question, not just an easy question, but also a very interesting question. This was a numerical question, I guess, so you have no chances of guessing it, but anyway. So there are 4 resistances, 15, 12, 4 and 10. These are all connected in a cyclic order to form a Wheatstone bridge network. And the resistance that is to be connected in parallel to the 10 ohms to balance this network. So if you are having a look at this network, it's not a balanced network, right? So let's think about this network, something like this. You need not think about it, it's all given. So you have like a 15 ohm resistance. It's in cyclic order. So the 12 ohm resistance, and then you have to move in cyclic order, of course. So much 4 ohm resistance, and then this is going much. This is not 10 ohms, okay? Initially it's 10 ohms, but 10 ohms is not balanced, right? 15 by 12 is not equal to 10 by 4. Okay, you know this thing, 15 by 12 in this case is not equal to 10 by 4. So what has been done in this case is, specific case, you have attached a resistor Y such that now it's a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Now if it's a balanced Wheatstone bridge, right, if it's a balanced Wheatstone bridge, after you connect this Y, what is going to happen? Even if you collect a galvanometer, it's not going to show any deflection. Okay, of course there would be a battery connected. Now the question arises, how do we solve this thing? Is there an easy way of doing this? Yes, of course. So in such cases, you know, the balancing thing, just do not complicate things until required. That is definitely one of the hints for your exam. be it JEE Mains or JEE Advanced. So draw this network to be something like this. Okay, you have I'll just show you what you need to do. So let me first of all draw this Wheatstone bridge. We have this Wheatstone bridge. What I'm saying is just take this to be like 15 homes, 12 homes, 4 homes, and this to be some x, not 10 into y divided by 10 by y. There is something that you can do that would complicate things. Just keep it as x, just like how we used to do it, during our complicated calculations. This is one of the things. At the end, you can do it if it's a complicated value, okay, but you'll eventually observe in such cases it's basically a very, very easy question. Okay, now it's a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Know this thing. What do we know? If this is R1, R2, I told you the thing that you need to know is this is R3 and R4. Then in a balanced Wheatstone bridge, when you connect a galvanometer or an ammeter, there would not be any deflection. So you would be saying R1 by R2 is equal to, this is only possible if R1 by R2 is equal to some x by 4. Or actually I should have said R3 by R4. So this is a balanced Wheatstone bridge, right? That's all. Just apply this thing. And what is the value of R1 and R2? R1 and R2 values basically 15 and 12. That's it. So this is going to be like 5 and this is going to be how much? 4, right? 5 by 4. So R3 by R4 or x by 4. So if I'm just of things for simplification, 5 by 4 is equal to x by 4. So if x by 4 is equal to 5 by 4, all of you know that it's x is 5 ohms. If x is 5 ohms, this is what the value of x, right? If x is 5 ohms, it's a very simple problem. That's the reason I told you may not want to complicate things by thinking that you're going to take 10 into y by something. Just keep it as 10 and 10. Now tell me, now you can easily even now just think about it. 10 into y divided by 10 plus y is easier. Or if I'm saying you this parallel combination is going to give you 5 ohms, what is the value of y? Y should also be 10 ohms, right? It's basically 10 by 2, right? Really that simple. Okay, if it had been a different value, yes, definitely you may want to take that route, but this was a simple one. All right, easy. Let's move on to the next thing then. That's it. Yeah, again a very easy question. So a galvanometer having a coil resistance of 100 ohms gives a full scale deflection when a current of 1 milliampere is passed through. What is the value of the resistance? 1 milliampere, 100 ohms, right? That's it. That is something that we know now. So what is the full scale voltage? It's going to be 100 millivolts. Okay. The value of the resistance that needs to be attached to the galvanometer to convert it into a voltmeter, giving a full scale deflection of 10 volts. So 100 times more. Here about your some resistance should be 100 times more. That is the way to think about it. But the options are two options are there that is nearby. One is 10 kilo ohms and other is 9 kilo ohms. You need to understand the basic concept. It's a very simple concept, right? It's basically it should not be 10, it should be 9.9. So that is a way of guessing it. So you need not even think about 10 because it's already in series, right? 100 ohms in series with some value that is 100 times this value almost. That is when you are going to get this value. But the total value is actually 100 times. So it should not be 10 but rather 9.9. Very simple. It cannot be 8.9, 7.9, etc. Okay. Now anyway, the concept is something like this. You have a galvanometer. In this galvanometer you have a resistance. This has a specific sensitivity. What is that sensitivity? It cannot handle a current beyond IG, right? It can be ammeter, same concept. Ammeter is going to be parallel and voltmeter is going to be in series. So how much is the value of IG? It's basically just 1 milliampere in this case. Easy thing. Now what we are doing, come on guys, just one, just so what we are doing now is we are going to connect some resistance like this, X, and we would be saying now, up until now, this galvanometer was only able to, like drop some limited potential. What is that limited potential? We generally call this to be full scale, potential of galvanometer, full scale voltage of galvanometer. This was nothing but IG into RG. Okay, but due to connecting this X, it has become a voltmeter. Basically, now it is nothing but a volt. Right now, this voltmeter, if you understood, it can handle more potential drop across it. Generally, X is very large. Okay, in this specific case, you have a very easy calculation, but else you would generally say RG plus X is approximately equal to just the X itself. Okay, but in this case we know RG plus X into that of some IG is how much? 10 volts. Okay, and we already know this is going to be IG into RG is how much? 100 100 millivolts, which is nothing but 0.1 volts. Basically like 100 ohms into that of what is this? IG RG. IG into RG is 1 milliampere into 100 ohms. Okay, this is a standard thing that we do. Okay, that's it. Let's simplify this further. And what is the value of IG? IG is 1 milliampere, right? So just keep this thing, RG into IG plus of X into IG is equal to 10 volts. And what do you have from this? It's a very simple question, isn't it? So that is the beauty of current analysis. Just you need to revise the concept once or twice. It's a simple. And RG into IG is how much? RG into IG is, as we just derived, this is 0.1 volts. We have this 0.1 volts plus of some 1 milliampere, basically, right? So IG is 1 milliampere, 10 to the power minus 3. Everything is in SI units, so you need to convert this into SI units as well. Into X is equal to 10 volts. Just focus on this equation. So yes, from here you almost have the answer. It's 9.9. Right, that's it. So we have this equation which says 10, let me keep it this way. Let's just say 10 is equal to 0.1 plus of X into 10 to the power minus 3. 10 to the minus 3 carried on the other side will become 10 to the power plus 3. This is going to be how much? This is going to be 9.9. So X is how much? X is 9.9 into 10 to the power plus 3. Right? It's not minus 3 anymore. So carried on this side. So think about it. Finally, it would be carried on this side. It's going to be 10 to the power plus 3. So that is how much? X is 9.9 kilo ohms. Right? 10 to the power 3000 ohms is equal to 1 kilo. There you go. Very simple problem. Basic concepts. Again, another question. That means both the sessions, like, someone might have even got both the questions, but probably what I am assuming is definitely in each paper, right? I think 8 papers. So in each of the paper, you must have had at least one question from electrical measure. Okay, again, a question in which you don't have options. So no way of guessing, but let's see what is the question say. So very amazing and interesting question. Definitely one of the best questions ever asked. It's a simple question, little logical, that's it. So the series combination of two batteries, both of EMF 10 volts but different internal resistance 20 ohms and 5 ohms, are connected to the parallel combination of two resistors 30 ohms and R ohms. Okay. Hope this is visible. Do read it carefully. So it's connected to a parallel combination of R ohms and 30 ohms. Basically R and 30 are connected in parallel, but there are two batteries, 10 volt battery and 20 volt battery. Now this is connected in parallel combination with 30 ohms and R ohms. A very beautiful question actually. The voltage difference across the battery having 20 ohms internal resistance is 0. So the terminal voltage of the battery with the 10 volt and 20 ohm internal resistance is 0. Then what is the value of R? Again, same thing. Don't simplify things as long as necessary. Okay. As long as necessary. Right now, carefully, let's draw the diagram. Need to draw the diagram somewhat perfectly to understand this concept. So this is 20, this is 10 volt. So this is battery A. Observe this question carefully. Yes. Now what is being said? Across this terminal, okay, call this to be battery A. Across this terminal, it's 0 potential. It's basically 0 potential. If you're going to have a look at the complete circuit diagram, this is where I would start with, though, like this is the first hint that I have. But if you're going to have a look at the complete circuit diagram, it's going to look something like this. Another 10 volt battery, and this 10 volt battery is going to have how much? Like 5 ohms. That will be okay. Now nothing has been said about it. So this is where the hint lies. Okay, this is basically a series connection, right? So let's assume total current I is flowing through this, total current I is flowing through this. So somehow this 20 into I is basically, think about going from this direction to so plus 10 volts, right? Let me write down the equation. Plus 10 volts minus, so potential is going to drop, minus 20 into I is 0, which is nothing but terminal voltage across battery A. That's it. It's really that simple. So you know the value of I from this equation, right? It's really that simple. What is the value of I from this equation? It's 20V minus 10V 10 minus 20I is equal to 0, which says, let's move on to the next page. So we had an equation like this, 10 is equal to 20I. So the total current flowing through the circuit, basically the batteries, is how much? 0.5 amperes. Okay, we now know this is how much? 0.5 amperes. Yeah, that is when this is possible, right? Really that logical. Now the next thing is next, let's get into the question. That's the reason now you want to simplify things or you don't want to simplify things, you can think about it. Okay, this is one of the really amazing things that you need to know, right? Now you can basically skip this part of the circuit, because this is not giving any terminal voltage. That means it's not delivering any power to an external circuit. Whatever the power is being delivered, it's being delivered by this guy. By the terminal voltage of B, you are going to get, if any, voltage, like any potential or any power, right? So we can redraw the circuit a little bit like this. what we can redraw the circuit like this. Just first of all, let me draw the terminals of B. Okay, and then what are we going to do is, I'm going to say something like this. Forget the battery with 20 ohm internal resistance. So think about just a battery of 10 volts with how much? 5 ohms internal resistance, and the other thing that we know is I current is flowing through this. It's 0.5 amperes. Okay, I current is flowing through this battery, 0.5 amperes. What is next thing you want to think about it in this direction? You can even draw the complete circuit, but it's best you break it down into simple things, right? Yeah, of course, Srinivas will do that. In short, this a big thing, like it's a good thing, but many a times we will not be able to complete the most important part of the syllabus. So what we are doing right now is, Shivam, we are trying to focus on the high weightage topics, easy high weightage topics for your JEE preparation. So if you're going to attend these PYQ sessions, this typically meant for like both 2021 and 2022 aspirants, but 2020 aspirants are probably just getting introduced to the concepts and probably understanding the techniques. For 2021 aspirants, this is like an intensive session for your JEE preparation. You go through the PYQs, you can understand what kind of problems that you can expect. And the other thing is, in this PYQ session, you're also we are moving in a very systematic manner, weightage wise chapters. It's current electricity, because current electricity is one of the most important chapter, right? 3 questions. So if you just do this PYQ sessions with all the concepts, you will be able to solve many things in your exam. So anyway, what is the potential across this terminal? So that is going to be how much? 10 minus 5, right, into 0.5. Is that what it is? So it's a 5 ohm. So it's going to be like 2.5. It's going to be 7.5. So again, simplify the circuit. 7.5 volts. So you can assume a battery of 7.5 volts without any internal resistance, a simplified part of the circuit. Now the circuit would look super simple to you, right? I will come to the other part of the technique as well. You don't want to still do the math according to me, just have a look at the question, how we are going to solve. So what I'm saying is, instead of taking all the internal resistance, forget the internal resistance, just think about a battery having 7.5 volts. And now the thing is, you can just say blah blah, just take this equation, just go in a very robust manner, but that does not work in your exam, because in exam, if you understand these techniques, you will be able to solve. Like, why are we breaking this into parts? I will come to. See, it's a very simple problem. Now the thing is, why it's a simple problem, I come to that part as well, because the numbers are given that way. Numbers are very friendly numbers. So this R, how much current is flowing from this end? Current is going to be the same. We are just drawing the equivalent circuit. So current is going to be 0.5 ampere. So some current is going to go through this 30, some current is going to go through this R. Okay, let's take this to be I1, this to be I2. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to calculate the equivalent resistance, divide by 7.5, where I'm little bit complicating things. So let's apply a loop law. I can find out I1. If I find out I1, how much is I2? I2 is basically 0.5 minus of I1. You need to develop this kind of, even the question looks lengthy, it's not really lengthy given that you understand the basic things around it. Now we don't need to work around complicated calculations. We get I2, we can just straight away come up with the answers. answer of the value of the R, or come up with the answer. Applied the loop law, and I know the current. What is the current? Current is nothing but I1 from loop law is nothing but 7.5. 7.5 potential is going to drop anyway. It's also a parallel combination thing that you can understand. And how much is this? This is 1/4. Basically, I1 is 0.25 amperes. That means your I2 is how much? That is also 0.25. If I1 and I2 are equal, that means 30 ohms and R are equal. That's it. There you go. It's a very simple question. This way, it's a very simple question actually. Okay. So some things you want to apply in some places, that is how your whole paper becomes super. Alright, so let's get into the next problem. This is definitely a very interesting problem. Have a look at this problem. The given circuit diagram, okay, typically circuit diagrams like this will be given to you. Even previously, a similar question was asked in your JEE Advanced. So in the given circuit diagram, a wire is joining point B and D. The current in this wire is going to be how much? So let me quickly take you through. So current through this is being asked. Current would of course be there. As long as this is not a balanced Wheatstone bridge, there would be a current. So how do we approach this problem? Is there a very easy way of doing this? Of course. Okay, I'll come to that part. So think about some current I0 coming through this part, and this I0 is going to divide in the ratio of resistances. How can we say that it's going to divide in the ratio of resistances? It's basically parallel combination. And it's not a balanced Wheatstone bridge, so you can say it's not 0. And rest we need to calculate, and either it cannot be very tiny like 0.5 amperes because the resistance difference ratio is quite high. Okay, so possibly you can cancel out these two options, and among these two you need to think. Now let me come to the point. How do we approach this question in the easiest possible manner? Now you need to think about it as again individual circuits, break them down, and through this note. So let me get to this point. Okay. So how are we going to approach this problem is, we're going to forget BD for now. Just forget BD for now. Okay. Now the thing is, think about it as a circuit like this. First of all, get to the ratio. It's a very easy question. Not that complicated. Okay. So I'm saying just for now, forget BD for now. But if you remember, while we calculate, parallel combination of resistances, series combination of resistances, we often do this thing, don't we? This is a way of simplifying. If I had asked you what is the net resistance, this is what you're going to do, right? You're going to calculate the net resistance and then calculate the net current. Yes, that is something that we want to eventually do in this question as well, because to find out the current across BD. But this is going to give us a better insight and a better way of solving things. Okay, let me come to the better way of solving things. For now, you have merged B and D. It's basically according to potential, you can merge them, so it's not a problem. You just merge B and D. This is that merged point. Some I0 is flowing in. That I0 will come out. That I0 is going to again divide in ratio of the resistance. How is this I0 going to, let's say you want to find out some current I1. Can R1 and R2 are in parallel? What do you say? You say that it's basically I0 into R1 divide, it's I1 is across R1. So you do something. This don't be just a moment. So it's going to be R2 divided by R1 plus R2. That's what we say. Yep. Inverse ratio of resistances. More the resistance, lesser the current, lesser the resistance, more the current in parallel combination. Series combination, same current, but potential difference is going to be in the ratio of the resistance. Okay. You assume this to be R2 and this to be R1. Similarly, even for the other one that you can do this, R2, R1. So basically, this is going to be how much? Okay, the current across BD is not I naught. Okay, that is just an easy way of understanding things. So R2, okay, this is R2. R2 is 4, so this is going to be 4 I naught by 5. And this is going to be how much? I naught by 5. Let me raise this R1, R2. I'll not have a clarity. But you understood this part. This is going to be how much? Remaining current, I naught by 5. How about this? Again 5, I guess. Okay, denominator is going to be 5. And this is going to be 3 I naught by 5. And this is going to be how much? 2 I naught by 5. Okay, now what has happened actually is, okay, I'm going to just get on to the next page. Just remember these quantities. 4 I naught by 5, I naught by 5, 3 I naught by 5, 2 I naught by 5. Possibly you're solving along with me. That's what I'm expecting. Well, one more thing. Let's do one more thing. Let's calculate the net resistance across this network. Okay, that is the next thing that we are going to do. We'll do it later anyway. So now what I'm saying is, here, okay, across one home, you basically have 4 I naught by 5. So if it had been a balanced Wheatstone bridge, all the 4 I naught by 5 was flowing through it. But now what has happened? Now, you remember only 3 I naught by 5 is flowing into the 2 ohm resistor. I naught by 5 is only flowing through the 2 ohm resistance. So that means this current must have flown somewhere, and that current must have flown through BD. You don't even have to think about the other 2 resistances unless it's a tree network thing, etc. Just using nodal law, basically this has to be like I naught by 5. So some I naught by 5. So there could be also sign associated with it. So you have to be very careful. So according to node law, 4 I naught by 5 is entering this node B, right? And 3 I naught by 5 and I naught by 5 are exiting. That's it. So if you find out total current, you will be able to deduce what is the current through BD. So can we say something like this? Current across BD is total current divided by 5. Okay. And of course, the next thing is going to be finding out current across the total network. To find out the total network, it's a very simple problem. First of all, work around the parallel combination. It's a parallel combination, right? This was a parallel combination. So I'm going to simplify this network. Let me do a thing. Let me simplify this here itself so that I have better clarity. What I'm going to do is basically 2 resistances in parallel. Okay. So this is going to be an equivalent network. And of course, there is going to be another equivalent, which is going to come from here. Okay, how much is this? 1 into 4 divided by 4 plus 1. That's basically 4 by 5 ohms. How about this? Yep. How about this? This is going to be 2 into 3, that is 6 divided by 5 ohms. So what is the net resistance? You are going to add both of them. That's it. This is just for finding out I naught, right? I naught you can find out this way. It's 4 by 5 plus 6 by 5, that is going to be 10 by 5 ohms. Basically two resistances in series. You can add them, 4 by 5 plus 6 by 5, which is going to be 10 by 5 by 2 ohms. This is what R equivalent of this network, of this whole network. It's 20 volt. It's 10 ohms. Right? It's really that simple. So you have resistance to be equivalent resistance of this. Let's do a thing. Already know this thing. How much? 2 ohms. Okay, that so this total resistance to be 2 ohms, and this 2 ohms, and what? 20 volts. How much is I naught? I naught is going to be 20 by 2. That's going to be 10 amperes. You know this is 10 amperes. How much is IBD? IBD is going to be I naught by 5. Or I naught by 5, isn't it? Yeah, I naught by 5. Maybe 2 amperes. That is all you need to know. It's really that simple, right? So this was 2 amperes in this direction. I'm being specific about the direction because your paper can be also around direction. Your question can be also be around direction. Alright guys, I believe this was also really very simple question. You understood this part. So let's do a thing. We'll get started with this question as well, but read the question carefully. Take a moment, read the question. This is a super interesting question. It's actually a very easy question. Okay, you must have dealt with a very similar thing earlier, like definitely during the practice problems. The moment you get started with current electricity, you must have dealt with a very similar concept, like half of the concept. Rest half we will be solving it, but that is also not a big thing. But do notice this is a meter bridge problem, right? This is a meter bridge problem. Meter bridge, again, see, almost in the January session, every alternate question was just more than alternate questions. More than 50% of the paper was just from your electrical measuring. The reason I say do cover electrical measuring instrument. Just have a look at it. Go through the question. It's a very simple question actually. It's a damn simple question. You need to read the question carefully. You have the answer. Literally, you need to read the question carefully and you have the answer. Meter bridge. What is the length of the wire? Centimeters or 1 meter? Meter bridge. Let's get into this question. Read the question carefully. Why did I say that? Let's see. In a meter bridge experiment, S is a standard resistance. S standard resistance never changes. Then you have, the standard resistance is the unknown resistance, right? This is generally the unknown resistance. Now the question is not about this. This is just, I'm just briefing you the concept. So the objective of PYQ session is also to brief you the concept. So that's the reason we are doing this as well. So, but this is the unknown resistance, and then you have a, resistor box, right? And R is the resistance wire. In this case, instead of resistance box, you have resistance wire. Basic concept is balanced Wheatstone bridge. Again, okay, once do go through the lectures, there is also something known as end correction, etc. So now what happened is you have this unknown resistance, and this unknown resistance is balancing at length L, which is equal to 25 centimeters. How much is rest of it? Rest of is going to be 75 centimeters. 100 centimeters minus 25 centimeters, right? So now what is being done is you are basically replacing this R was basically a wire, metal wire, had double this length and double the diameter. So you are replacing with a new resistance. Instead of R, you have some R dash, and that R dash has a length half of that of R and half of that of diameter. If you know this thing already, you know it's true. And this is something that comes as soon as you get started, like within few lectures of current and electricity you have. Okay, now let's get started with the question. So anyway, first of all, you need to get the value of S in terms of R, right? It's a very simple thing. You know this is 75 and this is 25. Okay, so this is before changing the R. The condition number 1, before changing the R. This process hasn't happened. R is not yet replaced. So what has happened in that case? You know this thing, L minus or L by L dash we say. So R by S, it's basically like a Wheatstone bridge. R by S is nothing but 25 by 70. So you will be having 3. From this, you know, S is how much? 3R. As simple as that. The next question, the next thing that we need to do is find out the new resistance R dash. Okay, now let's say it has been replaced, it's R dash, this is also L dash, right? Now we need to find out the value of L dash. S is going to be how much? 3R, that is not going to change. Now what has happened? It has become R dash. We need to find out the value of R dash. So first of all, let's do a thing. What is the value of R? Let's do a thing. Let's write down the value of R. What am I going to do is I'm going to say it as length L and area A. That means value of R is how much? Some rho resistivity into length divided by area, which is nothing but rho into length divided by pi R square. Instead we can write it down as pi d square as well, pi d square by 4. Okay, not required, this can be thrown into the constant. So this is like 4 rho L by pi d square is the value of what? R. Right now what have you done? You have half the diameter and half the length as well. Okay. Now R dash does not have, okay, we know the value of R, I guess. So now R dash does not have length L but rather L by 2, but area is also like it's 1/4. So rather I would say diameter is halved. Okay, area is 1/4, right? You can think of diameter is halved. What is going to be the resistance of R dash to R, I guess, isn't it? So it's basically 2R, it's basically rho into L by 2 divided by pi d by 2 whole square. So that's going to come out to be 2 into R. 2 into rho, 2 into 3 pi. Okay. So that is going to be like 8 into or 2 into. Don't need to complicate this much. If you know the thing already, you can guess it. You can't, and you remember it. 4 rho into L by pi d square. It's nothing but 2 into R. So this is nothing but this is 2R. Okay, R dash value is how much? 2R. You know this thing. It's really simple. So if we already know the value of R dash, now what's the issue? We say this R dash by S is equal to, if this is L dash, how much is this value? This is 100 minus L dash, right? This is going to be 100 minus L dash. Definitely you will have this thing in your exam. Balancing length was how much? L dash, and the remaining length is how much? 100 minus L dash, which is being balanced by S. I'm going to substitute the value of R and, like R dash and R. It's going to be basically 2R by 3. Right, that's it. It's basically 2 by 3. Now you have this L dash by 100 minus L dash is equal to 2 by 3. So L dash, so we have this equation. This is after the change. Is going to be L dash by 100 minus L dash is equal to 2 by 3. It should be how much? L dash should be 40, isn't it? When this was possible, 40 by 60. Anyway, yeah, L dash should be 40. That's it. You can do the math. So it will basically be like 3 L dash is equal to 200 minus 2 L dash. That means 5 L dash is 200, and L dash values should be 40 centimeters. That's really simple. So yeah, so we have one more problem. I think 2020 PYQ, we have only one more problem. Let's get over this problem today itself. I know this is running out of time, but still let's get over this problem. Post this, we won't be having 2020 JEE Mains PYQ. We're starting out with rest of the 10 years PYQ of current and electricity. Okay, so that is also going to be easy. Current and electricity is definitely one of the easiest chapters. Weight chapter, you will be noticing a lot of questions with the PYQs. It will be like an amazing revision. So now given to you is this diagram. First of all, you need to simplify this diagram. It's a very simple question. Current I in the network is how much? Where is the current I? No guessing, etc. It's a very simple question if you do this. So what is the concept? How is this diode connected? Diode is connected in reverse bias, so you can ignore this network. Again, diode here is connected in reverse bias. You can ignore this network. It was forward bias, you're going to include it. You're going to subtract depending upon whatever is the bias voltage. If it's 0.7, you're going to subtract it by 0.7, else you just, in this case, just cancel it out. Okay. That's it. Now the circuit is just a series combination circuit. So if I'm cancelling out both this thing, because they are reverse bias, they are not going to let any current to flow through. And what is the concept? In reverse bias, it acts like an open circuit. So think about this: 5, 10, 5, 10. Basically something like this. 10 ohms. Okay. 10 ohms, 5 ohms, and again a 10 ohms, third one, and then a 5. Forget this 5. Supposed to be here or anywhere, it does 5 ohms. What is your battery value? Battery value is 9 volt. It's a simple question actually. It's a damn simple question. If you understand this concept, it's like the easiest question. That's why we need to go through as many concepts as we can. So it's basically 5, 10, 5, 10 in series. So that is how much? 30 ohms. Right? How much is I? This is 9 volts. I is going to be 9 by 30. 3 by 10, 0.3. So what is the value of I? 0.3 amperes. End of the story. Simple. Not at all, a super complex question. It's a very simple question. Definitely going to be one of the most simple questions. Diodes placed in reverse bias like this. Rather, I'll take this picture. The answer is 0.3. Okay. Now this is known as reverse bias. Okay, it acts like what? Opens. Okay. Another kind of things that you can expect in JEE Mains current electricity is going to be combination with capacitor. I think we haven't seen even a problem this time in 2020 in combination with capacitor, but there would be definitely problems in combination with capacitor. Capacitor itself, you would get 1 or 2 questions in your exam. In a combination with current electricity capacitor, you can expect around 3 to 4 questions. 3 to 4 questions. That is going to be like your major part. On electrostatics 2 questions, magnetism 3 questions. Like half your paper is finished. AC, 40% of your paper almost. Next, the next. So yes, that is it. So yeah, 2020 PYQ we have completed in current electricity. We'll get started with something more, like maybe possibly go through 10 years paper or get started with another topic. And students, yes, that being said, do not forget to share this video. It's a full and free of cost lecture. Not only that, 2021 aspirants, do not forget to attend units, dimensions and measurement chapter in the upcoming session, because I mean, like for your JEE preparation, because this all, first of all, it's all available for free of cost on your Unacademy learning app. But thing is, it's a very easy chapter. Everything is available for free of cost on your Unacademy learning app. This units, dimensions and measurement chapter, it's an A to Z series of units, dimensions and measurements. It's available all for free of cost. Moreover, all it would take is only 4 + 1 5 sessions to complete anything around your units, dimension. I mean, completely around your units, dimensions and measurement. The other added advantage both for 2021 and 2022 aspirant attending this sessions is, one, we have discussed many quantities, many important physical quantities that you can directly leverage in your exam to not just solve units, dimensions and measurements problem, but also any problem around your dimensional consistency, etc, etc, etc. Dimensional consistency based problems, you can solve them in your exam. This is something that you can always expect. So definitely, not always in JEE Mains, definitely there will be many questions that you can just solve those questions using dimensional consistency. Okay, so very important chapter. Not only that, from this chapter itself you will be getting at least a question, or not, if not more. You can check out past 10 years JEE Mains paper. That wouldn't have been a paper without a question from units, dimensions and measurement. And we have completed everything in this free of cost A to Z session. And what all we have done: units based problem, dimensional analysis of important quantities, measuring instruments like vernier calipers, screw gauge, etc. Just in this 4 + 1 4 sessions are good enough, but that one session is for your practice problem. Yes, everything has been completed. So a very important thing, all available for free of cost on your Unacademy learning app. And students, yes, if you're not yet on our Telegram channel, do definitely get onto our Telegram channel. So what is this Telegram channel and what is this Telegram app? So first of all, Telegram app is like a messaging app, like WhatsApp. You may want to download it, and definitely do download it and get onto a Telegram channel, because you will be getting live before time updates on every session conducted by our JEE English team. So all you need to do is download the Telegram channel, Telegram app, and click on this link in the description box below to get on to our Telegram channel, or else you can just type in JEE_English as well to find us. And post this, you will be getting live before time updates on every session. Yes, it's like before time updates. We keep you posted with many more things as well. Even before when the session starts, you'll come to know what is going to be discussed in this session. So you can get onto our Telegram channel to get this live before time updates. And we have an amazing team of IITians and NITians and head of coaching institute. So do get onto our Telegram channel to get live updates. Not only that, we also keep you posted about the Unacademy learning app free of cost sessions as well. So yes, but another thing is like, do download an Academy learning app. If you don't have one, just do type in an Academy on your Google Play Store and App Store, and the first search result is going to be an Academy learning app. And just install this app. Why do you want to do this? Because of course, one is you are going to get access to an amazing app with lots of features, free of cost quizzes. And moreover, guys, if you follow an educator, so for an example, I keep conducting A to Z sessions on your Unacademy learning app, right? These are all free of cost sessions. These A to Z sessions are like free of cost, like full length, high quality content, just like on your YouTube, but little fast paced sessions. Not only that, they do have different kind of model problems as well. That is going to be like a complete revision for you. And in fact, right now we are discussing PYQ sessions. If you have missed the PYQ sessions on YouTube earlier, you can attend them on an Academy learning app, and different approaches are also being discussed. You can attend them with polls and leaderboards. So if you have an Academy learning app and if you follow an educator, you'll be able to get live updates. So do not forget to follow me to get live updates on every class conducted by me on an Academy learning app. They are all free of cost, so do download them, do install them, and get live updates. You can run Unacademy Combat as well. So what is Unacademy Combat? Unacademy Combat is of course the most competitive and gamified IIT JEE battle ever, and the most important thing is it's going to be an amazing learning experience for you. It's of course a rewarding experience. You will be competing with students at national level, and we have dedicated batches for 11th class, 12th class, and droppers. So enroll today with Murli Live code. Not only that, you can enroll to Unacademy Combat. You can unlock many features on an Academy learning app for free of cost using Murli Live code. So make sure you apply Murli Live code and enroll today, so that you're getting enrolled to one of the most awesome gamified and also rewarding IIT JEE battle ever. Rewarding, we are going to distribute hundreds of Amazon vouchers. Not only that, MacBook Air, Apple iPad, many more things in this Unacademy Combat. So this is going to happen on 17th of January. Enroll today with Murli Live code. And that being said, students, if you are looking for a complete package for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, of course it's going to be an Unacademy subscription. And why do we say this? Because we have the best educators across the nation with whom you can attend daily live interactive classes on a very interactive and attractive platform with polls and leaderboards. And not only that, on an Academy subscription platform, you will get access to test series set by the best educators. So this way you don't have to worry about the preparation part. Everything is taken care, and you'll be getting an analysis post this test series, which is going to be one of the most awesome part of your Unacademy subscription program. And these analysis, you can use them to improve your overall performance. And moreover, every Unacademy subscription program comes with lots and lots of live doubt clearing session. So you will not just be attending live classes, live daily interactive classes with the best educators, but also live doubt clearing session. In fact, every fourth session is going to be on an Academy subscription is going to be live doubt clearing session. And every program is going to be structured program. You'll be getting access to live doubt clearing session and lots of quizzes and mega quizzes on an Academy subscription program. So yes, it's a complete package, a champions tool for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation. And guys, that being said, how do you get this Unacademy subscription? How do you avail an Academy subscription? First of all, if you don't have an Academy learning app, do download it, and because you can also attend classes from anywhere on an Academy subscription as well. And log in, be it on web-based version or app-based version, and then click on this plus, and then select IIT JEE as your goal, and then hit on this get subscription button. And students, one more interesting thing about an Academy subscription is it's one subscription, unlimited access. You don't have to worry about the batches. There are no batch restrictions. Not only that, we give you access to also JEE Mains and JEE Advanced program at a single cost. So that is one of the best thing, and even the pricing is very reasonable. And who should go for what kind of program? So let's say you are about to get into, that is, you are going to get into 10th class or 11th class. Now 24-month program is for you. And how much is that going to cost you? Plus subscription is only going to cost you near about less than 70 rupees a day, not even 70 rupees, but less than 70 rupees a day. And yes, what do we have? Definitely new batches coming up, hundreds of programs every week. And make sure you apply Murli Live code so that you get the best discount, best maximum discount on your subscription purchase. So this for 24 month is for like students who are going to get into 10th class, 11th class, or 11th class students planning to drop, but this is not the time to think about it. It's like after 1 year or more than that. And not only that, on Unacademy subscription, we have convenient payment options like pay in parts, where you can split your payments into multiple parts and you don't have to worry about paying all the fee at once. You don't have to go through the hassle of paying all the fee at once. We also have access to something known as no cost EMI. This is also another interesting payment option where you don't have to worry about paying all the fee at once. And of course, pay in parts is our in-house feature, and you can typically make use of these two payment options to avoid the hassle of paying all the fee at once. We in fact have access to other payment options like debit card, credit card, UPI on Unacademy subscription platform. And now coming to the part of 2021 aspirants who have no plans for drop, right? 2021 aspirants, especially 2021 aspirants droppers, 6-month program is for you. And yes, how much is that going to cost you? And students who do not have plan to drop or droppers, 6-month program is for you, and all it is going to cost you is near about 25,000. And we have right now dedicated droppers batch going on, and many more things that has just begun on Unacademy subscription platform. And yes, of course, some of the lectures are going to be conducted by authors like DC Pandey, DC Gupta sir on Unacademy subscription platform. And students who have who are in 11th class already, or who have any plan for drop. Okay, if you are also a 2021 aspirant and you are decided that this time my preparation didn't go well, I need at least a year, then you may want to go for a 12-month subscription, which is going to cost you near about 35,000, less than 35,000, that is less than 2,900 per month, 2,888 only. And yes, if you don't see this pricing, do apply Murli Live code so that you can get the best maximum discount. And yes, of course, do apply Murli Live code because you'll get the best discount on your subscription purchases. Right, that is one of the best things about Unacademy subscription platform. You can get good discounts by applying Murli Live code. So do apply Murli Live code. Not only that, if you are looking for something beyond plus subscription where you can get personal mentoring, personal coaching from IITians and NITians, we have something for you known as Iconic subscription. You will get access to all the features of Plus on Iconic. Moreover, you will be getting personal coaching, one-on-one mentoring from IITians and NITians. So they will be guiding you with strategy session, expert guidelines on Unacademy Iconic platform, Iconic subscription. So whatever we have discussed until now is all available on Plus. Along with that, if you want a personal coaching from IITians and NITians and one-on-one mentoring sessions, and think about it, from IITians and NITians, this is going to be one of the best things that you can avail. And so think about it, IITians and NITians who have previously gone through this journey are going to help you with these strategy sessions, with the do's and don'ts for your JEE preparation. That is going to be your Iconic subscription guys. So they have previously gone through this journey. They will be able to effectively guide you. Not only that, we have some some of the best educators on this platform as well. So this is going to be one of the best things for your JEE preparation, and as well as you will get access to study planner. And the pricing is also quite reasonable. A 6-month program is going to cost you near about 34,000, that is like 34,200, and 12-month program is going to cost you near about 58,000, that is like 58,500, and the 24-month program is going to cost you less than 50,000 a year, 45,000 per year. It's 90,000 for 2 years, 45,000 for a year. So make sure you apply Murli Live code to get the best discount, be it on 6 months, 12 months, 24 month plus an Iconic subscription. Right, this is going to give you maximum discount, and of course you are getting to know all the benefits of Iconic and Plus subscription from me. So do definitely apply it, and also you can get personal advice, etc. And not only that, students, right now our team is also available on Iconic subscription. You can take your JEE preparation to next level with our personal coaching. Our JEE English team is also available on Iconic subscription. We have a team of IITians and NITians, head of coaching institutes on our JEE English channel. So do not forget to also share this channel. You're getting anywhere full and free of cost lecture. And yes, students, you can get now IIT JEE workshops, expert guidelines, everything from us in English if you want that, or any language of preference on Iconic subscription. And not only that, guys, is there a batch or a long year course of JEE Mains in Chandra, I guess so. Once do get in touch with JEE Unacademy team. I think there might be Chandra like year long course as well. So which year aspirant you are? Are you a 2021 aspirant or a 2022 aspirant? Which class you are in right now? And that would definitely help me in guiding you. So not only that, students, we have also introduced something known as combo subscription. So yes, Chandra, you can just keep me posted on your year. So based on that, I will be able to give you. But anyway, do get in touch with an academy team to know more about the batch wise preparation. And that being said, students, yes, if you are looking for some amazing combo subscription where you can prepare for your IIT JEE and plus in a single place, that is going to be a combo subscription, which is going to be a super economical package as well. So let's say you want to go for iconic and iconic of JEE preparation, that is getting, you know, like one-on-one coaching, etc., one-on-one mentoring, etc. Good evening, Parshav. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Too late. To complete the lecture, we have completed 2020 JEE Mains PYQ on current and electricity, students. So try and complete them. This will give you a good amount of understanding of the recent concepts that have been asked, the kind of questions that you can expect, like integer based questions, etc. And in the upcoming session, we'll discuss more of current and electricity since it's a very important chapter. But at the same time, Parshav and Chandra try to complete these sessions, and also definitely do have a check on the upcoming sessions on your electrostatics PYQ, where we'll be discussing techniques as well. We have already conducted one session on YouTube. We'll be conducting one more on your Unacademy learning app if you haven't attended it. It's depends. It's totally dependent. A very good question from Persha. Which is more dangerous, AC or DC? Depends upon how much voltage you are applying. Sometimes DC can be safer than AC, but they can be equally harmful as well. You don't want to play with huge circuits, because you can be like a capacitor for a DC circuit. That is also a thing that can happen. So generally saying at the same potential, DC is safer. That is one of the things. But given that it's a high voltage, anything can be harmful. Hope you got your answer. So do not play with your mains, etc., be it AC or DC circuit. And that being said, students, yes, now you can avail all your subscriptions in a combination of your IIT JEE and CBSE preparation, CBSE board preparation in one place. You're going to go for an iconic of IIT JEE and a plus of CBSE. It's going to start at a price of just about 4,700. It's less than 4,700, like 4,687. And if you're going to go for an iconic subscription, a complete iconic subscription, both for your CBSE preparation and your JEE preparation, we have IIT, and so you have some of the best educators for CBSE as well. So that's going to cost you near about 5,500. So make sure you apply Murli Live code. Why use a transistor? Why not a switch? Transistor is an active device, Parsha, so you can control. So switch is just a switch. You can use transistor as a switch. So if you have just begin with transistors, you will understand you'll be building many things around transistors like BJTs, etc. Not only that, it's an active device. It's a current control device, so you can use it just using your base voltage. You can control many things. So if you do not worry if students you don't know this thing. There are like 3 terminals in a transistor, right? So you have the gate, base, I think, and the other one is like the drain. So you can control them just using potential, right? Like a potential controlled or a active current device which you can control using potential. So that is one of the advantages of transistor. So think about it. I want to, and maybe transistor is less expensive compared to your switches. And now the other amazing thing about transistors, transistors have become so tiny. Chandra Joshna, you want to go for a 2-year subscription, right? You're in class, then very good time to get started, and you may want to go for a 2-year subscription. Maybe even check out combo. I'm not sure about whether we have. Once do get in touch with Unacademy team. I'm not sure if we have a 2-year English program going on. Once do get in touch with the team. Definitely, yeah. Do try and call Unacademy. You are welcome, Pershav. And another amazing thing, Pershav and all the students, why transistor in today's generation? Transistors now are tiny. Actually, we have hit the limit of transistors. Okay, so think about it. That switch that you cannot fabricate it on a board, you can fabricate it using a transistor. So, for an example, your phones, etc., can have transistors and they can work very efficiently. Just like how your switch is going to function, but there are many more advantages of transistors. So definitely go through them. It's a very interesting topic. If you're going to be an electrical engineer, it's going to be a lot of transistors. Okay. And a very interesting thing is Moore's law. Persha, if you're interested in it, just go through the Moore's law. You'll be amazed to learn about Moore's law and why have we saturated. What is the potential way to come across this particular phenomena? Are we going to get into quantum tunneling? Quantum tunneling is already happening. So how do we overcome this? What is the next thing? Very interesting topic. Definitely do go through them. You need to have your own curiosity that should be driving you towards this thing. But Partial, if you're a JEE aspirant, focus on your syllabus. I know this curiosity is one of the most important things for your progress. But I have personally experienced, some kind of, like drawbacks due to this kind of curiosity, because you get into the subject, ultimately you don't complete the syllabus, you are stuck with few things, you keep pondering upon them, they'll consume time. Of course, do it once in a while, but if you get this kind of curiosity very often, maybe until your JEE preparation, you want to keep a check on that. I'm not saying completely just get rid of those thoughts, but just keep a check on them so that you're able to perform in your JEE mains better. Once you get into some amazing IITs and NITs, it would not be a problem, right? You can do as much research as you want. Why do you do earthing, guys? Earthing is the most ideal way to not get a shock, basically. So Benjamin Franklin, I guess, was the one who had come up with the concept of earthing, right? If you notice, there would be like tall poles on the top of the building. That is nothing but earthing. If there was no earthing, our buildings are already damaged due to thunder. Given that back in the days, people used to experience a lot of thunder. So that was one of the important things that has saved them. And in fact, even today we have a lot of earthing. So think about places like Mumbai, where we often experience thunder, etc. I think is very important. Yes, I believe, and it's also a very interesting concept. Stories are very interesting. Just to go through stories once in a day, like 1 hour, half an hour, that is something that you can spend. Or maybe in a week, like 2 to 3 hours, or one weekend, developing your curiosity. But do also focus on the exam, students, very important, because that is ultimately going to decide your, not your career, but it's going to decide the kind of the environment that you're going to get. And students, not only that, we have a very economical plus combo subscription package of IIT JEE CBSE board, just starting at a price of 30,000 per year, and it's going to be just 3,037 per month. So make sure you apply Muralidharan code to get additional discounts on these combo subscriptions as well, be it iconic or plus or iconic plus and plus iconic. And we also have something known as plus and iconic. If this is something that you're looking for your CBSE preparation, if you're lagging behind in your CBSE preparation, you may want to go for plus and iconic subscription, which is going to be, of course, 390, 3,900 per month. So guys, so think about it. All you're going to is pay maybe like less than 90 rupees for a 2-year combo subscription, and 120 rupees for 1-year combo subscription. So yes, definitely one of the most amazing things for your JEE preparation and board preparation together at a very economical price. This is one of the things that we have been doing now. Definitely do check it out. So what is your question? Can you use LED to make no, Parshav, no. LED to make current AC to DC. AC to DC, no. No. It would be just a bias voltage drop. It would not become AC to DC. So one interesting thing that you may want to go through is Pershav, PWM, pulse width modulation. Okay. Really interesting thing. So what is PWM? Just go through PWM if you have this kind of thing, right? So there is one thing, LED that we are dealing on the board is very different. Going to be the LED that you're going to ultimately deal during your applications. Okay. Now, once you're going to get into, let's say, some bio application or something, there you need an LED which is not going to be just working at 5 volts. There will be generating some pulse signals. Okay, pulse signals, PWM. This is one of the most awesome things around them. Generally, what we do is we operate LEDs like we have an AC to DC converter, and your LEDs do need a constant, like voltage across them to get the lighting. So generally you notice them a lot in DC circuits. They don't convert as such, in AC to DC. They can be used as rectifiers, but they cannot be converted they cannot convert AC to DC. Okay, but do go through PWM. That is one of the most interesting things, and definitely do explore things on your own. It's going to be very interesting. And students, that being said, yes, we have one of our best team right now starting Manzil batch for target 2022 and rank booster batch 2.0 for target 2021. You can also enroll now. The batches have just begun. Not only that, we had a batch that has begun on 28th of December. Edge for class 12 and an excellence for class 11 students conducted by some of our best educators. And do not forget to share this video because it's a free of cost content. Thank you, Organic Aduska. And students, yes, take this PYQ sessions very seriously. I'm definitely I'm recapping your concepts that are very important for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. We'll do more of PYQs. 2021 aspirants, do not miss out even a single lecture. We will soon also get started with some PYQs around your gravitation, from which you typically get 1 or 2 questions as well. And 2022 aspirants as well can benefit from that. So definitely do not forget to share this video because someone in need will get access to this free of cost, high quality, full length lectures for your JEE preparation. And this is not just about free of cost lectures right now, but it's about 2021 preparation. So do share it on your social media like WhatsApp, Facebook groups, etc., and also on your any Telegram channel. And do not forget to click on that subscribe button and bell notification. Like and share this video, students. Definitely it's going to be an amazing experience for you on JEE English. And do not forget to work smart as well to attend crack the exams. For your preparation, it's not just about working hard but also about working smart. It's a combination of both, so make sure you use a combination of both hard work and smart work to achieve that ultimate success. Avoid any gossips, keep smiling, acquire knowledge and share it. See you tomorrow. If you're going to attend the gravitation lecture, it's going to begin at 6 p.m. tomorrow at the same place on JEE English. So make sure you are on JEE English at 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. So we are extending the session a little bit because we may want to wrap up the PYQs of important topics before your exam. So this is something that we are aiming to do right now. So make sure you are over here. If you are a 2022 aspirant, do not miss out this session. If you are a 2021 aspirant, definitely do not miss out. The 2022 aspirants, you can attend both, try to attend both. Tomorrow again at 7:30 we'll be having a PYQ session, and at 6 p.m. we'll be having a gravitation session. And in fact, 2021 aspirants, do not forget to attend tomorrow's session. Why? Because that is one of the most important topics in gravitation for your JEE preparation. So definitely do attend tomorrow's lecture as well. Take care, stay safe, bye bye. Thank you, students. See you in the next class. Take care.